So I'm here in a nice cafe and I ordered Apfelstrüdel with vanilla sauce and a cappuccino. So it's time for a sort of pre-lunch meal, I suppose. Nice little snack and a coffee break. Greetings from Augsburg. But it happens to be, at least in my experience, one of the more beautiful cities in Germany. And here we see, for example, City Gate, I suppose. And right over here, water towers that are in just perfect shape. And everything's been well maintained, mostly for at least outside the main city square. There's plenty of old streets, well preserved, and I don't know, it's just quite nice to explore here. And from up here by the city walls we can see a bit more of the structure of the city. So it's just pretty large actually as a historical center. It stretches quite far, and just right here I could see the towers of the Rathaus. I don't see them now, but it's pretty far in the back. See, just right there you can see some towers all the way in the back. Huge medieval, or not medieval, center. I'm not quite sure how old it is. Well, 15th century is the basilica right there, so pretty much close, you know. Yeah, not too bad for just a weekend trip, you know. It's short, but it's worth it, especially if you can catch a low price for a flight to Memmingen from Sofia. Just go make a trip. Isn't this Europe at its very best? These old cities, lots of cafes, little restaurants, and just chilling out. Pure quality of life. It's as good as it gets. Riding your bike around, enjoying the sun. Pretty sweet. Yeah, definitely a lot nicer than I anticipated here. It's definitely a city that you can spend a full day trip, so you don't need to move around too much. You can spend a whole day here, do a lunch, do a dinner, and it's worth a full day trip, I suppose. Haven't even seen any museums, but that's good enough. Now what you see often in medieval towns and cities in Europe is that you find a big cathedral or church, and houses are then built right next to it because you already have a supportive back wall, let's say. And when the cities were real poor, you might as well use that just to build using the very same construction rather than building your own outdoor wall. See what I mean? And then typically these are now stores in most of Europe. You can see this in Netherlands, Belgium, Germany in particular. Interesting.